Here to UUCA, my name is Chris Drescher, he, him pronouns, and I am co-president of the board for a month and a half. But who's counting anyways? Happy Mother's Day. Woo! All right, yeah. And we're so glad you chose to spend your Mother's Day here with us at UUCA. There's a lot going on here, and there's a lot of places to find out about it. Our website, social media, the bulletin board in the hallway, and Realm, which is an extension of our online community. If you're joining us today for the first time, if you're visiting, please feel free to fill out a blue visitor card in the seat back pocket to let us know that you're here and who you are, and then we can add you to Realm. Want to tell you some specific, unique upcoming events this week or in the next few weeks. On May 16th at 6:30 p.m. there will be a healing circle. On May 21st at 7 p.m. we'll have Cozy Craft Night. On May 24th from 2 to 3 p.m. Brahms waltzes. I'm going to skip the second word there, but Liebeslieder waltzes? Liebeslieder. I don't know how I didn't know that one. On May 29th at 6 p.m., Community Connections. And May 30th at 7:30 p.m., we will have our final Friday Jazz concert featuring our very own Josef Patchen with a trio and creative impressions. Please visit uuaugusta.org/jazz for tickets. June 1st at 5 p.m. we'll be having a newcomer mixer if you're new to the church. And then June 3rd at 2 p.m. pop-up tea. It just shoots up and you have to grab it. And some ongoing things here that are going on. Monday at 7 p.m. we have our UU meditation group in person, and then Wednesdays at 7 p.m. we have our UU meditation group online. The first Sundays at 12 p.m. we have our Lifespan Faith Formation classes following service. Adults meet in the sanctuary, and there's faith formation classes for the younger folks in the RE wing. On second Thursdays at 6:30 p.m. we have our pagan potluck. On fourth Thursdays at 6:30 p.m. we have Thursdays on the Vine, which is our Christian caucus group. On fourth Sundays at 1 p.m. we have our monthly UUCA board meeting. All members are invited to observe, and that's always a fun time. And then final Sundays at 12:05 p.m. the Good Trouble team meets in the sanctuary. And also today, I believe the Free Thinkers group is meeting at 5 p.m. Am I right on that? 5 p.m. And I was told the topic is going to be 21 lessons for the 21st century. So there's a lot going on. I hope you find something that connects with you, and the service will start in a few moments.
Good morning. Can I have the children come up? Just make a little horseshoe around me. Any kids want to come up? We're going to sing a song together. Nobody wants to look at me on camera anyway. So form a horseshoe around here. Face that way. Oh, look at that. We've got some of the youth coming up. This is awesome. Oh, we're facing. Well, I was thinking face that way. So, all right. All right, that's good. Okay, we're going to sing Shake My Sillies Out. So kids up here and then kids out in the audience or kids at heart, feel free to join along. gotta shake, shake, shake my sillies out. Shake, shake, shake my sillies out. Shake, shake, shake my sillies out and wiggle my waggles away. Gotta clap, clap, clap my crazies out. Clap, clap, clap my crazies out. Clap, clap, clap my crazies out and wiggle my waggles away. I gotta jump, jump, jump my jiggles out. Jump, jump, jump my jiggles out. Jump, jump, jump my jiggles out and wiggle my waggles away. I gotta yawn, yawn, yawn my sleepies out. Yawn, yawn, yawn my sleepies out. Yawn, yawn, yawn my sleepies out and wiggle my waggles away. I gotta shake, shake, shake my sillies out. Shake, shake, shake my sillies out. Shake, shake, shake my sillies out and wiggle my waggles away. And wiggle my waggles away. One more time. And wiggle my waggles away. Yay! All right, thanks for your help, kids. Y'all can go back. Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Church of Augusta. Our mission is to create beloved community, acting together with compassion, reason, and respect, empowering us to promote a just society. My name is Azaria C. I use any pronouns. Today, I'm co-creating this service with my friends and fellow COA graduates, Ren Cook, Jude Stevens, and Liam Smith-Gales, and Alexia Walters. Our COA facilitators, Ladraka C., my dad, Mindy Gales, Liam's Ema, and our Faith Formation Manager, Desiree C., my mom. And musical guest, Reese Flory, Noah Hinton, and our music director, Josef Patchen. The talented folks running our tech deck, and all of you. We're all shaping this moment together. In honor of this sacred moment and in respect for each other, would you please take a moment to put your devices on worship mode? If you're a first-time visitor today, we encourage you to stop by the greeters table following the service to get more acquainted with the church. You're also more than welcome to join us in coffee and snacks after worship in the common room. Existing community members will know newcomers by their green or red tags. These different colors indicate how comfortable folks are with engaging with new people as they explore a new experience. Green means, please talk to me. Let's get to know each other right away. Red means, you can say hi to me, but I'd prefer to get to know folks more slowly over time. And for those of you on Zoom, please consider staying online after the service to chat and connect with each other. This service will look a little different today. Throughout our time together, we will be sharing our reflections of our years in the Coming of Age program, and our thoughts on faith, religion, and Unitarian Universalism. This is also an intergenerational service. It was our hope that children of all ages would come and join us in making meaning to this day. So as we begin, whether you're here in person or joining us virtually, we welcome and celebrate all of who you are, especially mothers. Happy Mother's Day.
Before we begin, I would like to share with you my reflection of my journey in the Coming of Age program. Over the past year, I've gone through some things that have helped me understand more about people, the world, and what I believe in. With my group at the Unitarian Universalist Church of Augusta, I got to do some fun things like eating sushi, trying an escape room, passing eggs on the ground for Easter, and of course playing my favorite game, Taco, Cat, Goat, Cheese, Pizza. These activities were a great way to connect with the group and have a great time together. I also learned about different ethical views, like humanism. It showed me that people can believe in different things and still try to make the world a better place. It reminded me that it's good to listen to other people's perspectives and help other people out. One big thing that happened was going through a hurricane. It was tough, but I saw people working together and helping each other out. That showed me how important it was to support each other when things get hard. As I went through this, I started to think about what I believe in. These aren't meant to be big or perfect truths, just my own opinions from the past year. First, I believe that at birth, no human is inherently evil. Second, I believe that all people should be treated with equality. Unfortunately, that is not always the case, and we still go through hatred in this wide world. I believe that as a society, we should all stick together, and no matter what, through any circumstances, we should all continue to form a community of people. These statements are simple on purpose. They're just what I think right now, but maybe they'll change and grow over time. But today, they feel true to me. Thank you for listening. And now for a chalice lighting. Can Miss Ruth, Mr. Dre, and Noah please come up?
Across the generations, we have carried the flame. We fought injustice, sang the songs, spoke for truth, and built something lasting. We joined the line and we carry the flame forward.
Across the generations, we are tending the flame, hand in hand together. We share in the work of fighting injustice, singing the songs, speaking the truth, and we are here to build something lasting. We join in the line and carry the flame forward.
Across the generations, we have been nourished by this flame. We are singing new songs and breaking old barriers, sharing in the work as we find our own space, what has been. We are here to make the space for the next person as well. We join in a line to carry the flame forward.
Across the generations, this flame comes to us. We are here for the songs, for the justice, for the community sharing the work. We are here now, too, to build something new and lasting. We are ready for a new day together. We join in the line and we carry the flame forward.
Will you rise and body your spirit for our opening song, We're Going to Be Friends, led by Reese, Flory.
Fall is here, hear the yell, back to school, ring the bell, brand new shoes, walking blues, climb the fence, books and pens, I can tell that we are gonna be friends. Yes, I can tell that we are gonna be friends. Walk with me, Susie Lee, through the park and by the tree. We can rest upon the ground and look at all the bugs we found. Safely walk to school without a sound. Safely walk to school without a sound. Here we are, no one else. We walk to school all by ourselves. Stood to warm our uniforms, chasing all the ants and worms. We clean up and now it's time to learn. We clean up and now it's time to learn. Numbers, letters, learn to spell, nouns and books and show and tell. Playtime we will throw the ball, back to class, through the hall. Teacher marks our height against the wall. Teacher marks our height against the wall. me, but she likes it when you sing. Tonight I'll dream in my bed, silly thoughts run through my head, of the bugs and alphabet. When I wake tomorrow I'll bet you and I will walk together again. Yes, I can tell that we are gonna be friends. Yes, I can tell that we are gonna be friends. One more time. Yes, I can tell that we are gonna be friends.
Before we begin our part of the service where we share joys and sorrows, I'd like to share my reflection of my journey with faith. My journey with faith is pretty simple. I grew up non-religious, then in 2022, I started coming to this church. Being an atheist is fine for the most part until your friend starts talking about Jesus and you find yourself sitting there like, yeah, okay. That's just fabulous, because you don't want to start any conflict. Although I was raised in a secular household, I'd still consider myself to have faith and principles. My parents and sister often share sayings that really resonate with me, and I apply them in my everyday life. First, one of my favorites is don't. My dad says this a lot. If someone says, I can't paint, what if I get it on my new shoes? He'll respond, don't. Or if someone whines, I can't hold this, what if I drop it? Again, don't. It's blunt and a little comedic, but there's truth in it. Yes, mistakes happen, but you have more control than you think. Most negative outcomes are preventable if you're being intentional, which leads to my next saying, be intentional. This one comes from my mom. It's similar to don't, but it applies to even more situations. For example, making sure a friend isn't feeling left out is being intentional. Or if you have an essay due, it's wise to be intentional and start early. Even small things like where you stand or how you hold something important deserve your attention. Being intentional means putting thought into your actions. Another family motto is stay ready so you don't have to get ready. I don't want anyone to take this as always keep your guard up. That can lead to unnecessary anxiety. But you also do need to stay prepared. This could mean carrying a first aid kit or being emotionally ready for whatever life throws at you. It's about being vigilant and capable, not paranoid. Finally, there's bare minimum, a phrase coined by my sister. This one is pretty straightforward. Don't settle for the bare minimum and don't award others for doing the least. Expect more from yourself and others. And with that, we'll move to joys and sorrows. Today, joys and sorrows are going to look a little different. Keeping in line with our theme going forward, our prompt for today is what made you become you, or why you decided to try Unitarian Universalism, and discuss your journey through faith and religion. Whoever wants to speak will line up over there and walk up to the black dot and say your name, favorite color, and then talk about how you came to the UU Church. There we go.
Before we dive in, I'd like to invite everyone to ground themselves. Find a comfortable position, take a breath, and tune into the sensations in your body as we listen. 11 by Sandra Cisneros. What they don't understand about birthdays and what they never tell you is that when you're 11, you're also 10 and 9 and 8, 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. When you wake up on your 11th birthday, you expect to feel 11, but you don't. You open your eyes and everything's just like yesterday, only it's today. And you don't feel 11 at all. You feel like you're 10. And when you're underneath the year that makes you 11, like some days, you might say something stupid, and that's the part of you that's still 10. Or maybe some days you might need to sit on your mama's lap because you're scared. And that's the part of you that's 5. And maybe one day, when you're all grown up, and maybe you will need to cry like you're 3, and that's okay. That's what I tell Mama when she's sad and needs to cry. Maybe she feels 3. Maybe because the way you grow old is kind of like an onion, or like the rings inside of a tree trunk, or like my little wooden dolls that fit one inside of the other, each year inside the next one. That's how being 11 years old is. You don't feel 11, not right away. It takes a few days, weeks even, sometimes even months before you say 11 when they ask you. And you don't feel smart 11, not until you're almost 12. That's the way it is. I'm 11 today. I'm 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
He said, "High above his bed,
Before we move into our practice of generosity, I wanted to share a personal reflection. It's about my journey with faith and some of the insights I've gained along the way. I have been coming to the Unitarian Universalist Church of Augusta off and on since my Ema began attending 10 years ago. She found comfort and peace within this sacred community. It took me quite a bit longer. I am grateful for the opportunity to participate in coming of age. While I was learning about UU and myself, more importantly, I learned more about the people I was on this trip with. Although I have friends, I have found a special group of friends that I know well and care about me and love me for who I am. In turn, I have found a group of people that I have come to know and have grown to care for and love. This group of friends make me a better person for having known them. I have found my community finally. At this time, I would like for you to reflect on this community. What would it mean to you if you suddenly lost the community that knows and cares for you and loves you just as you are? As Kristen Collins so beautifully wrote in her poem, We give to remind ourselves how many gifts we have to offer. We give to remember that we are part of something bigger than ourselves. We give because we believe in music and sacred space. We give with the faith together we have enough. Cash and checks are gratefully received, or you may use text to give using the information about to appear on the screens. Would the ushers please come forward? Thank you for your generosity.
Since I can remember, I have been surrounded by religion, either by family or a literal church. Even with the multiple times I have moved, I've almost always had a church to go to. And one common trait about every experience is the same exact repetitive thought. What? To be honest, believing in religion doesn't make much sense to me. It never has. I don't think believing in religion will truly ever make sense to me. Yet, as a child, and not understanding religion while everyone else did was tough. I thought something was wrong with me. All of my family speaks of God. I go to church every Sunday. What do they feel that I do not? I didn't know what to do with all these conflicting feelings. I tried to play along, but that ended up draining. I tried to figure it out on my own, but that was too much for a child. I tried to confide in others, but they only thought I should go to church more. Yet when I did find out that I didn't believe in the religion that was taught, I was completely lost. I didn't know what to call myself when everyone had a label for the beliefs. I asked, I sought, I needed to know what I was. I didn't want to be alone. I wanted to find someone to relate to. I desperately needed someone or some place I could find myself, a place where I wouldn't feel shunned for being confused, a place where I could grow. But like everything in life, it took some time. I've lost friends, I've gained friends, I've set boundaries, and I've had boundaries overstepped. But eventually I found my place. This is one of the first churches where I feel like I can take my time, where I'll be heard and seen, and not rushed while being overlooked. I found friends in coming of age. I found adults I can look up to without doubts, who listen to what the younger gen has to say with open arms and uncovered ears. In this church, I will continue growing, I'll continue learning, and I'll continue finding my village.
I'm going to begin with a poem by Khalil Gibran. It's called Fear. It is said that before entering the sea, a river trembles with fear. She looks back at the path that she has traveled, from the peaks of the mountains, the long winding road crossing the forests and villages, and in front of her, she sees an ocean so vast that to enter, there seems nothing more than to disappear forever. But there's no other way back. The river cannot go back. Nobody can go back. To go back is impossible in existence. The river needs to take the risk of entering the ocean because only then will fear disappear. Because that's where the river will know it's not disappearing into the ocean, but becoming of the ocean. Forget conventionalisms. Forget what the world thinks of you stepping out of your place. Think your best thoughts. Speak your best words. Work your best works, looking through your own conscience for approval. Quote by Susan B. Anthony. As a woman, the world told me to be quiet, polite, and to not step on toes. As a lesbian, the world told me to hide myself, to change. As a disabled person, the world told me my best is not enough, that my most needs more. The messages of an everyday society tells you to dampen yourself, to dull your colors so those in power look more brighter, more just. Something about that always put me off. My experience with the mainstream church can be reduced to funerals, young Easters, a handful of Christmases, and one random summer my parents decided to have me go. I hated it. A mixture of love thy neighbor, but an exception of Black, gay, disabled, immigrants, and non-Christians, any other. Love thy neighbor always came with a but. Those are things that define you from others for me. You will never dim yourself or censor your opinion. There's no accept but excluding. When you search LGBTQ Church Augusta, UUCA is the second result, next to a church that claims powers of healing. It was the default option. So I went, nervous to be here, nervous of what I might hear. Will this pastor go on an anti-abortion side rant? Now, I've been here a year. No, there's not been an anti-abortion side rant yet. But I found a place where we burn our woes in a chalice, a place that marches in pride parades and actively asks, how can we be better? A church with sermons about weed and polygamy, where I've learned more about paganism than I thought existed. A place where I've found more opportunities to grow and flourish than ever. And with all of that, I know this is my place. I came here for a religious place, to grow with the God I know. And I got that, I really did. But I also got a home, a spiritual place, a true sanctuary. And I could not be more grateful.
Before our closing hymn, could we have a round of applause for our guest musicians and these young people who brought us the service today? A closing song we'll do along with the recording. It's When I Was 7 Years Old. If you'll stand.
Once I was 7 years old, my mama told me, go make yourself some friends or you'll be lonely. Once I was 7 years old. It was a big, big world, but we thought we were bigger, pushing each other to the limits. We were learning quicker. By 11, smoking herb and drinking burning liquor. Never rich, so we were out to make that steady figure. Once I was 11 years old, my daddy told me, go get yourself a wife or you'll be lonely. Once I was 11 years old. Always had that dream like my daddy before me. So I started writing songs, I started writing stories. Something about that glory just always seemed to bore me. Cause only those I really love will ever really know me. Once I was 20 years old, my story got told. Before the morning sun when life was lonely. Once I was 20 years old. Only see my goals, I don't believe in failure. Cause I know the smallest voices, they can make it major. I got my boys with me, at least those in favor. And if we don't meet before I leave, I hope I'll see you later. Once I was 20 years old, my story got told. I was writing about everything I saw before me. Once I was 20 years old. Soon we'll be 30 years old. Our songs have been sold. We've traveled around the world and we're still roaming. Soon we'll be 30 years old. I'm still learning about life. My woman brought children for me, so I can sing them all my songs and I can tell them stories. Most of my boys are with me, some are still out seeking glory, and some I had to leave behind. My brother, I'm still sorry. Soon I'll be 60 years old. My daddy got 61. Remember life and then your life becomes a better one. I made a man so happy when I wrote a letter once. I hope my children come and visit once or twice a month. Soon I'll be 60 years old. Will I think the world is cold, or will I have a lot of children who can warm me? Soon I'll be 60 years old. Soon I'll be 60 years old. Will I think the world is cold, or will I have a lot of children who can warm me? Soon I'll be 60 years old. Once I was 7 years old, my mama told me, go make yourself some friends or you'll be lonely. Once I was 7 years old. Once I was 7 years old.
May the spirit of love and justice that dwells within each of you continue to grow and guide your steps as you now take your place as full members of our Unitarian Universalist community. May you find strength in our shared values, wisdom in your own unfolding truths, and connection in the tapestry of our diverse beliefs. Go forth with open hearts and minds, ready to embrace the challenges and joys of the journey ahead, knowing that you are not alone. We are here to support you, to learn with you, and to celebrate the unique light that each of you brings to this world. May you be blessed with courage, compassion, and the unwavering belief in your own inherent worth and dignity. Amen. We will now have a representative from the next coming of age class to be held in 2027 come up and extinguish the chalice.